We are taught from childhood to be kind, to help others, to give, and to put other people first. Parents teach it, schools reinforce it, society praises it. But almost nobody warns us about the darker side of kindness. What if the very thing that makes you a good person is also the thing slowly draining your energy, stealing your peace, and pulling you away from your own life? What if your generosity is not making people respect you, but quietly teaching them how to use you? And what if, without even noticing it, your kindness is costing you your time, your goals, your identity, and maybe even your future? Today, you're about to discover 8 dangerous things that happen when you are too nice. And at the end, I'll show you 4 powerful strategies inspired by ancient Stoic wisdom that will help you stay kind without becoming someone people can exploit. The first thing that happens when you are too kind is that you begin expecting too much from people. The Stoics believe that peace begins when we stop expecting others to live by our standards. But when you constantly give your time, energy, and loyalty, a part of you quietly starts keeping score. You help, you sacrifice, you show up, and deep inside, you begin believing that when your moment comes, others will do the same for you. But most of the time they don't. Not because they are cruel, but because you taught them that you will always be there. And slowly, disappointment becomes exhaustion, exhaustion becomes frustration, and frustration becomes anger. Then one day, you realize something painful. People were never betraying you. They were simply protecting their own lives while you forgot to protect yours. The second thing is even more dangerous. People stop appreciating your help and start expecting it. Human beings adapt incredibly fast. Help someone once and they feel grateful. Help them 10 times and it feels normal. Help them 100 times and suddenly it feels like your responsibility. Without realizing it, you become their comfort zone, their backup plan, their unpaid solution. And the worst part is that most of them will never stop and ask who is taking care of you. Because when you don't protect your own time, your own energy, and your own peace, people naturally assume those things are available. The third thing is that your own goals slowly begin disappearing. Ancient wisdom teaches that a person must first master themselves before trying to carry the weight of others. But if everyone always comes first, who is left to build your life? Your dreams begin to wait, your health gets postponed, your peace becomes negotiable, and little by little, you become busy helping other people build lives, while yours quietly remains unfinished. Then one day, in complete silence, you ask yourself a question that hits harder than any betrayal. When did I stop choosing myself? The fourth thing is uncomfortable, but brutally real. People stop respecting you. This may sound unfair, but when you never set limits, some people do not see kindness. They see weakness. They see someone who will always say yes, someone who will carry one more burden, solve one more problem, make one more sacrifice. But the moment you learn to say one simple word, no, something changes. Suddenly, the same people who ignored your boundaries begin respecting them. The fifth thing is that you start attracting people who only show up when they need something. They call when life gets hard. They text when they have problems. They appear when they need support. But when you need someone, all you hear is silence. And that silence teaches you everything. Not everyone around you is your friend. Some people simply learn that your kindness is always available. The sixth thing is that you begin attracting emotional takers, people who constantly complain, constantly need, constantly drain, and rarely give anything back. And the more exhausted you become, the easier you are to manipulate. Opportunists can sense that. They are naturally drawn to people who struggle to say no. The seventh danger is that you may begin escaping your pain through unhealthy habits. Stress always looks for an exit. Sometimes it becomes food, sometimes alcohol, sometimes endless scrolling, sometimes work, sometimes gambling, sometimes even other people. The Stoics believed that self-control is freedom, because the moment you lose control of yourself, life begins controlling you. And the eighth thing is perhaps the most uncomfortable of all. People may actually become suspicious of your kindness. True kindness is rare in this world, so rare that when some people see too much of it, instead of gratitude, they feel suspicion. They begin wondering what you want, what your hidden motives are, what the catch might be. Sad, but real.
So how do you stay kind without being used?
First, listen to your emotions. If helping someone constantly leaves you feeling drained, angry, resentful, or used, your emotions are trying to tell you something. Listen. Second, become friends with the word no. No is not cruelty. No is not selfishness. No is self-respect. Third, protect your time like your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. Schedule time for your health, your growth, your peace, and your priorities. And fourth, learn to identify people who constantly drain your energy and have the courage to walk away from them. In the end, true wisdom teaches us that balance is everything. Too little generosity makes you selfish, too much generosity makes you empty. Real strength lives somewhere in the middle. So, the next time life tests your boundaries, remember one of the most powerful words you will ever learn: no. If this message made you see yourself differently, stay with us. There's much more wisdom ahead.